Wikipedia defines an elevator pitch as a short description of an idea, product, or company that explains the concept in a way such that any listener can understand it in a short period of time.
So, here's my elevator pitch. Wide shot showing the slums of Freeside, just about dusk. Not too dark, but just enough where the neon and the sun blend beautifully. This is the time when Freeside comes alive, as we follow a young person running past various landmarks, just as you hear a crier shouting, "Hungry? Thirsty? Horny?" We see an exterior shot of the old Mormon fort sometime in either the... So I have to mess with the timeline because I was reading some stuff and what I wrote doesn't really work. So I might have to move it around anywhere from like super late, like December 2271 to maybe like 2274, 75 when the tribes of Vegas have kind of moved into the Tops, the Ultralux, the Gomorrah, and like, you know, this stuff is starting to move and starting to go and starting to become the Vegas that we know and love. A shot of the old Mormon fort as we follow the same running figure that we saw running past the landmarks. Doc! Doc! We hear as we see the inside of the fort with various followers of the apocalypse tending to the sick, the lame, and the disheveled. Doc! Doc! I found incredibly excited. You know how you're always saying that morale is just as important as physical health? Well, I found this stash of Sunset Sarsaparillas. Camera swings around to see a very young, early 20-somethings woman pull her hood back. A wildly scrappy young woman with dirt and detritus occupying almost every crevasse of her face, but not enough to cloak her identity. The girl who you see take her hood off right there, she's kind of reminiscent of Tandy, the way Tandy is described in Fallout 1, of this young, attractive, not like overly attractive, but like scrappy and tough and can kind of hold her own type of person with a strong smile and like a can-do attitude. Reverse shot of a young Julie Farkas. Addie. Thank you, she says lovingly. But you mustn't be so loud. People here are trying to rest up. Addie, sorry, Doc, but do you want these pops? Julie Farkas, how did you find these? Addie, well, they were just sitting there in the street near Cerulean Robotics. Honest to goodness. Julie Farkas, you didn't steal them. Addie, well, Julie Farkas then goes, Addie, well, Rotface was passed out in the gutter again, and they were just sitting there next to him, and Julie Farkas giving a stern look that doesn't make it right. I know, Julie Farkas cuts her off. Just please be more mindful of others. Addie then responds with, I promise to try my best. Julie gives a pissed-off smirk to her, but you can tell it's coming from a place of love, and Addie looks at that and says, oh, by the way, what happened with those fiends? A lot. Just promise me you'll never get wrapped up in chems, kid, please? Addie, never touch the stuff. Julie Farkas pauses as she gets back to working on a chemistry set to presumably make some sort of meds or chems for the people of the old Mormon fort. As she's working, she says, oh, Addie, and what's the story I've been hearing about old grannies chasing down gamblers as they leave Vegas? Well, you know, Addie, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Misinformation is just as dangerous as a lack of medicine. Addie helps her finish the statement as she's heard it 1,000 times before. I know, Doc, but I was just having a little fun. Julie Farkas getting back to work again. Are you helping out here tonight, or are you having a night on the town? She says with a quip. I want to check out those leather jacket-wearing fellas that moved in not too long ago. Julie Farkas then replies, please let me know what you find. She says, back with a chuckle. Addie smiles a warm smile back as she goes to run off. Julie Farkas, Addie, catch! She throws her a Sunset Sarsaparilla and her smile brightens a little more. Smash cut to Mick and Ralph. So this is really important. You know how, not every game, but the Fallout games have the theme of like, oh shit, my green screen fell. So you know how every Fallout game has that theme of like pulling back from a central icon. Like New Vegas is like, it pulls out from the strip and you see the Legion and the Ranger, and how 3 is the radio and 1 is the TV. So it's a smash cut to Mick and Ralph trying to fix a radio, and when it gets working again, it smash cuts to an exterior of the old Mormon fort as we can see Addie leaving, drinking a sarsaparilla, and obviously at this point the sun has gone completely down, and some Dino or Sinatra or something old Vegas plays, and then I heard here, fuck it, play Elvis. And then as we hear the voice over from Mr. New Vegas, as we can see shots of Freeside, McCarran Airport, Crimson Caravan, the Strip, Securitrons, the casinos, the tribes, and all the shit you want to see as a fan. May Lady Luck be with you tonight, as he gives a whole ass monologue about where the Mojave is right now and foreshadows where it could be going, and we know a little bit about the past. And then it opens up to the title screen the same way it does in the games. That's my, 5-page elevator pitch of what I want to see from this show. Is it perfect? No. I wrote this in 35 minutes.